Look, another day.
Another croissant.
Another coffee and a croissant. Except...
It's not just another day today.
It's not another day.
No.
Because guess what?
We're going camping again.
We're going camping again.
And it's going to be a different vibe this time. We're going to be on the beach.
We're going beach camping this time. So get ready for a whole new adventure. A whole new range of problems. And hopefully no bulls charging at us.
A whole new range of problems. No, we might have snakes and spiders this time.
Don't say that.
Because it's summer.
We are listening to our Max Martin playlist.
Yes.
It's a great playlist.
We feel like some good old-fashioned tunes.
To get us in the mood. What's gonna come on first? I'm gonna shuffle.
Shuffle it. Oh.
We have arrived at our camping destination, and I'm feeling
multiple toilets here. I like this.
there's toilets, which is great. A little bit different from our last experience, but it's also there's a lot of space here, and I'm overwhelmed with what choices to make.
I think I want to stop because I think I need.
Beach is just over there. Like, I feel like that's a pretty good shady spot. Hi, Tegan. Come on. Yay!
I feel great about this.
I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
You see the sun is coming up, I feel it too. Dreaming like we're on top. I'm supernova, but the way.
Sorry? Did you pack the funnel?
No. Oh my god, don't do that to me.
You make me move, and I can't help but feel so good. Smell the citrus, I'm your witness to love in bloom.
I know a lot of people might not like setting up camping and stuff, but me and Em were just saying how it's kind of our favorite part. Just like getting everything really set up, kind of like when you play Sims and you build the house and then you're like, I don't even want to play anymore.
Yeah, so play with your Barbies and you set up the house. I used to have a little kitchen when I played with my Barbies.
Yeah.
And I had this little kitchen and it had like all things you could put in the fridge, and every single time I play with my Barbies I pretend they'd get robbed and then everything would be pushed over, so I had to set it up again.
Okay, it's been a few hours and I thought I was gonna die of heat stroke before, so I had to stop vlogging for a while, but we're just gonna go down to the beach now and have a little barbecue for dinner.
I think this might be an offensive thing to do.
I think it might
Going
be.
down to cook our dinner on the beach for sunset.
Oh, it's gonna be a nice time.
It's gonna be super nice. Oh, I am sorry, but we are pretty cute.
Yeah, we are so cute.
We're random.
We're so unbelievably random. Yeah, COVID's really been our camping revolution.
Oh, it really
Revelation?
has been, actually.
Revelation?
Revolution?
Revolution, yeah.
Revolution and revolution.
Everyone else in the vicinity is a family or a 50-year-old group of men.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
We're just chilling.
We're chilling.
Like a wish in the wind, like a kiss and a tear, like a foreign disease. Oh, I'm wanting it, please. I've never needed no one like I needed you right now. I never had the time of day to say it's crazy. I'm running over inside and outside my house. I think I know the feeling, I'm not okay. Wait.
Oh my god.
Making a cup of tea.
So,
Interesting
24 hours. Look, me and Emily we're no foreigner to camping.
No, we know what we're doing.
We know what we're doing.
It's just that we don't know what we're doing in the sand and the rain and the hot.
Yes, this is a new experience. It's a new location.
Look how disheveled both of our hairs are. We're just like...
Last time we went camping, it was quite cool, and last night it was so hot, but also it was raining, so we had to have everything shut in the tent, and none of us were coping, especially Ari. She was panting and hot and kept moving around, and I was actually more concerned about her than anything because I was worried she was going to overheat, and you know, when you have a dog you just worry about these things.
Oh my golly gosh.
Oh, what? Oh no, the eggs. Oh
No. The soggy eggs.
Oh my god, it's melted quick.
Yeah, well, I guess it's summer, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
I've got water butter. Oh no, we've got some water raspberries. Ask me again how much I'm enjoying this trip. No, it actually is fine. I mean, it's kind of not fine. No, last night wasn't fine.
Emily was
Today it's fine.
so cranky last night.
I, like, just didn't want to be alive last night.
Yeah, it felt like it was one of those nights where you felt like you fell asleep for 5 minutes and then you woke up because you were just so uncomfortable in every single way. My body was uncomfortable. I was sticky. I was sweaty. I was sandy. Yeah, it was a really bad night sleep. It was a really bad night's sleep, and we're kind of debating if we can do it again, if we can make it better, or if we should maybe just spend the morning and then go home. I don't even think I told you guys this, but part of our downfall of this trip was that when we got here, they inflicted a fire ban, like the day of our arrival, and it's only a 4-day fire ban. Do you know how many days we were staying here for?
4. It's just so fucking unlucky.
And we brought so much firewood. And
oh
like,
my god, that's the other thing that's
I don't want to
annoying
complain
this
because I
time.
know that fire bans are for our safety and they're very important to look after nature and all of that stuff, but it's so upsetting. That's enough of me complaining. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're in a bad mood. Camping. Oh, I really like camping, but this time, somewhat of a fail, one would call it. But after that last clip that you saw, it started pouring down with rain and we were like, we can't do this. We're not gonna stay if it's gonna be raining. So we decided to pack up and leave. You know, you win some, you lose some. It's okay. We had such a great camping experience last time. We'll definitely give it another try. But this time, it wasn't our time. So anyway, since our camping trip was cut short, I was thinking I would do a Q&A with Em to finish off this video. So you guys sent us questions on Instagram and we sat down and filmed a Q&A after we got back. So please excuse, oh my goodness, Ari. Anyway, Q&A. Before we jump into the Q&A, I just want to say a big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. If you don't know what Skillshare is, it's an online learning community filled with thousands of classes for creative and curious people. Hobbies have been a massive priority of mine over the past year, and Skillshare is my favorite place to go to help me develop those hobbies, but also skills that I use for work all the time. Lately, I've been doing a little bit of watercolor painting just as self-expression and to try and get better at as a hobby, but I felt like I was a little bit stuck with it, so I've been watching a class called Get to Know Your Paint, Watercolor and Gouache, and it has been so incredibly helpful because I was feeling really stuck and like I had no idea how to get better. And the class is so helpful with personal tips, but also a great structure to help you understand how to use paint, how to get better at it, and how to actually start painting things that you really enjoy and love. The classes are so detailed and have so much structure to them. It actually feels like you're part of an online class and a community of people who are passionate and doing the same thing. If you would like to give Skillshare a try, the first 1,000 people to click the link down in my description below will receive a free trial of their premium membership, and then after that it is only around $10 a month. So this is our campfire. And we have some hot chocolates. I got a marshmallow in mine. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Excellent.
And we're gonna answer some questions that the peeps sent in. I haven't actually looked
Great.
at them.
This is gonna be interesting. I have no idea what's coming.
Yeah, I don't know what's coming either. So we'll just decide what's allowed and what's not.
Okay. We should probably set the record straight with this one.
Okay.
Are you guys dating?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Or just besties?
When we put up this boomerang the other night, everyone thought it was us coming out. So for some reason, we were just
A lot of people
laughing.
think that we're together.
Yeah, and I guess it makes sense for people that have come from our Taylor Swift channel because they wouldn't have known us for a really long time.
Yeah,
and they
that's
probably
true.
just see us together. But
That's true, that's true.
no,
No.
we're just besties.
Yeah.
and
no,
you're my favorite person in the whole world.
Same, but that doesn't mean
Yeah,
that
no.
it's romantic.
We actually both have a bit of a boy situation happening
Yeah,
at
we,
the moment.
we do. Yeah. So
Look.
the answer to are you dating is yes. Is it each other?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that for us.
Mm.
What's your idea of the perfect vacation?
Oh. Okay, a vacation is in like the intent is to relax and not to travel and sightsee.
Well, you see, that's the thing, right?
I think that's what vacation technically
I think that's what
means.
vacation means as well. I don't know if I've ever really been on a vacation.
Somewhere tropical.
Mm-hmm.
But then on top of that, like if we're really going like maximum luxury,
Mm.
like I am vacaying the premises, staying in like a superior hotel that's like right on the beach.
Yeah.
But also like you don't even really have to think about going out to eat because the food that they serve is like superior, so you
Yeah.
can just eat at the hotel all day and just like fucking chill.
And then like read and like, and just
Yeah.
like chill and just like be either with like a best friend or a partner.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But
Someone that
minimal,
you're
just
with-
like one
minimal,
other person.
Just like one other person.
Yeah.
Lately, I've had this like craving for like a cottage vibe vacay. So kind of like I would die to go, especially with a boy, to like a snowy cabin and just lock me in there
Yeah.
with a hot
I'm
tub,
into that. A chimney.
a chimney, a
Fireplace.
some
a fireplace
marshmallows,
in a
hot chocolates.
stone cottage.
This energy.
This energy, but in a cottage in the woods.
Yeah.
Like Edward and Bella's house. What do you guys argue over the most? Look, I wouldn't say that we argue very often.
No, we don't argue very
Like
often.
I feel like we've both made an effort to become like really good at our communication. That when an issue needs to be raised,
It's
it's
more
raised
like
in a much
yeah.
more of a like
So there's like, I just want to communicate this, or like I'm feeling
Yeah.
this, and you probably don't know, not aware or whatever. It's not like really like an
Accusing
argument. I feel like
one
the
of
last time
something.
we had an argument was when we were on the couch trying to pick what to do that night.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was a bit of an argument.
But then we ended up crying and hugging.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was a good example because
Yeah.
both of us were like frustrated for like valid reasons but like weren't able to communicate it because
Yes.
we didn't want to be like
Mean.
mean
Yeah.
or like silly about
Usually
it.
it's like a miscommunication, or like I take something you say personally.
Yeah.
And then like.
or I say something that comes across a little bit harsh
Yeah.
and it's like
I mean,
didn't mean it
typical
that way.
Cancer Gemini thing.
Yeah. I'm just like a ruthless Gemini and you're like, you hurt me. I'm like, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that doesn't
But-
happen very often.
No, that doesn't, no, you're not like that very often. And we've also just learned each other's style of communication. What song are you most excited for Taylor to re-record?
Like generally or
Yeah.
from an album?
I guess generally. I feel like it has to be All Too Well,
Oh, yeah.
because we're dying to get the 10-minute version. If you don't know, All Too Well is a song off Red, and it's her best song that she's ever written, and it's just a superior song, and the fandom agrees that it's just the most illegal thing she's ever done. And she has told us in the past that there was a 10-minute version, and now everyone's hoping that we get that on the re-recordings.
It's funny because I feel like song that other than All Too Well,
Yeah.
I feel like song that I'm most excited to see re-recorded is a very different question from like my favorite songs. Like it doesn't
agree.
necessarily constitute any of my favorite songs. Like
I agree.
the first ones that are coming to my mind is I'm really interested to see what she does with Dancing with Her Hands Tied because a
Same.
lot of people think she'll do it acoustic and I
Yeah.
would prefer that. I am really interested to see what she does with Better Than Revenge.
Yeah, yes. Exciting to hear the older songs re-recorded just because her vocals would have changed the
Yeah.
most from those songs. So
I agree.
hearing Fearless is going to be so freaking exciting.
Oh, I to be honest, yeah. Do you think of when you'll both be old, projects and plans you do together.
Oh, we have got projects. And plans.
That's a good
Yeah.
question, because it's like, we do think about when we're going to be old. We have plans for a retirement house in Currumbin Valley, which, if you don't know the area that we live in, we live on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia, and Currumbin Valley is an area that's just like very rainforesty, very just like
lush and beautiful and kind of woodsy, but still has
but
this,
close to the beach still.
Yeah, still close enough to the beach. It's like it's like a little world of its own.
Yeah,
very.
And we just
relaxed.
think about the fact that we would like to own a house together there.
Yeah, and with
retire
our other
together.
two friends as well.
Yeah,
We're
so
gonna
two of
have
our other friends.
Currumbin
Valley retirement house.
Taylor Swift house.
Yeah, and we're going to have like a little veggie patch in the garden, and
maybe a horse.
maybe a horse, and Chicken, you're gonna be dead. Oh no.
And then we also plan to obviously do at one point when we're retired, follow Taylor Swift around the world on her retirement tour. What do you like most about each other?
Oh,
Go first.
the thing that I like most about you
Ari.
is I think the best word that I could use to summarize all the things. You're very maternal.
Okay, yeah.
And so
Thank you.
what I mean by that is that you are very curious, you care, which is one and the same, because you ask a lot of questions and you take the time to listen and respond in a good way to people because you are curious and because you care. I don't know, you just have a good ability to, like, even when you've got something going on with you, you have like a really unique ability to like put that aside and help the person that's in front of you, and like you wouldn't even know that you've got stuff going on. So
Well, I would say my favorite thing about you is kind of just the joy that you bring to everything, your excitement that you bring to everything, and just kind of how that manages to lift every room you're in and the vibe and make everyone feel really happy and fun, and like you're just the best to be around.
well, thank you. Okay, the question is love or sex life, work goals, celebrity crush.
Okay. I guess that's kind of just asking our love / sex life at the moment, like, which is what we kind of said before, that we're dating.
Yes.
I actually have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm not just dating, like I have a boyfriend at this point.
Wait, that was just the best way to just like announce that to the world.
So that's great. for
That's
me.
excellent. We
And
love that for you.
It's all really happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Yeah. I really like him.
Both of us had our last long-term relationships end at the beginning of 2019. So it's been around 2 years since our last big relationships ended, and they happened to coincide almost perfectly, which is when I moved in with Bonnie and we started living together.
Yeah.
But both of us have, you know, as you do when you're young, just kind of made mistakes in relationships, or just maybe settle for something you shouldn't, or you know, just tolerate it. Just tolerate it, you know, like, and not really paying attention to what you need and what you want, and also just a lack of self-awareness in general, I think, can make you do that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an interesting experience for both of us going into dating again, I think, because we've got this like different mindset now where it's like we've had to take a long time since both of our last relationships ended, and we were single for a long time, to just be with each other, but also just sort our crap out and
be with ourselves, figure out what we liked and what we didn't like, what we liked about ourselves, really like got comfortable with ourselves,
and like what's important, what's healthy in a relationship, like what's actually going to make us happy long term,
on what wasn't making us happy in past relationships. And it's been a whole new experience going into dating this time round, because it feels a lot more empowering. It feels a lot more like were doing it out of choice.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't before, but I don't know, this is something about it that feels way
It's just more aware, like for me, and I know for you as well, it's just like being aware of like what's happening and actually
Yeah.
like keeping tabs on what's happening.
instead
and
of
like,
just like getting swept up.
yeah, instead
Yeah.
what's serving me, what's not. Like
Yeah.
these are, I think, questions that we're asking ourselves today that we weren't
not
asking when we went into previous
No.
relationships. And I think that's what makes it a happier experience.
Yes.
Because you
And
feel
a more
like you're
empowering
making a
experience.
much more informed decision about the person that you're choosing to spend your time with.
And then I feel like the joy and the happiness from that is a lot more.
Absolutely. It's a lot more fulfilling because you're actually making sure that your needs are being fulfilled.
Yes, totally.
Work goals.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, just briefly, I feel like for me, work goals is definitely releasing my ebook and also starting to work towards something else that isn't just YouTube videos, like maybe a brand or a product of some sort.
I kind of just work like a normal sort of 9 to 5 at the moment,
Yeah.
and it's like it's fine, but it's like it's fine. Do I like fine? Well, I feel lucky to have fine, but like it's not great.
Yeah.
Guess
I feel
I'm
like
just
you're
kind of
so intelligent and so like just amazing when it comes to applying yourself to anything that you could probably be doing something a little bit more fulfilling for you.
Absolutely, and I think that we've both kind of touched on maybe trying to put a little bit more effort into our Chats
Yes.
and Reacts channel where we react to music and
We thought about making a podcast. We
Yeah.
have lots of things bouncing around.
Oh, celebrity crush. Well, both of us love Cam Gigande.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Let's just start
I was going
right
to say, which
there.
one are you going to say? Because it could
Oh,
be Cam Gigande.
also
it could be
Sam Claflin. Oh,
then it could be
Sam Claflin.
Jack Antonoff.
Could definitely be Jack Antonoff. Also Harry Styles. Like who doesn't
Like, who-
like Harry Styles?
Do we live together? Yes.
What are your rising signs? Let's talk about our birth charts. I think a lot of people will enjoy this actually.
Yeah. I'm a Cancer sun with an Aries rising and an Aquarius rising and an Aries moon. Can you guys hear the rain?
It's super rainy.
Super
So
rainy.
yeah, so your sun, which is like your main star sign that you know, determines your ego, identity, and role in life.
Yeah.
Your moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings.
Yeah.
And your ascendant, so your rising, is the mask you present to people.
Yeah. Okay.
So people often, if they were to guess your star sign as like a first impression or like not knowing you very well, like if they knew star signs well, I guess it's kind of meant
Yeah,
to be like
what they would
they'd probably
assume you
guess
are.
your rising. So I am a Gemini sun, no one's surprised, with a Cancer moon and a Scorpio rising. Should I answer that?
Maybe if you want to. So both of you are no longer vegan and eat any food, any and all food now.
I would say that generally speaking, neither of us avoid anything in particular anymore. Like
Yeah.
we will eat anything. There are things that we eat more of than others.
Yep, and we have preferences and we still think about our diet
Yeah.
consciously, but we don't overthink things. And
Yeah.
I mean, there are still some foods that upset my stomach, like legumes, which I
Yeah.
still don't really have in my diet.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we really just let go of all of those walls and those boundaries because we needed to.
Yeah.
And
I think that mentally we're a lot healthier for it, and honestly, like physically as well. Like
Yeah.
I think that when you're so caught up with stressing about all these things,
Yeah.
that can really impact your digestion and how you absorb nutrients and all of that, which is a known fact.
Yes.
And I think that since letting go of like having those restrictions around diet, like I think both of us have improved a lot,
totally.
physically, in our skin, everything.
just everything,
Um,
physically, mentally, like
Yeah.
just it's, everything works, like everyone's different things work for different people. Some people might judge other people because they think it's easy or they think this is the way it should be, but at the end of the day, like no one knows what's best for other people. And I think that everyone's really starting to realize that now. I'm seeing so much more open-mindedness in like the vegan community and just in online in general. I think people have really started to realize that it's not okay to tell
Yeah.
other people what to eat, and I'm really grateful that that shift has happened because it's just so not black and white. A lot of people always ask me like how we kind of changed our mindset, from being such hardcore vegans, and I'm not going to go too much into detail, but I just wanted to quickly say, like, you know, when you have to do something for your health, or just when you realize that something makes you feel a lot better, generally your mind shift changes because you're listening to a physical reaction that you have in your body. And, you know, that's just kind of how it is. I just went with whatever my body was telling me, and I guess M to a similar degree.
Yeah.
And we're just like so much happier in our body and in our mind, just not having a thought about our food. Like, we don't ever really have a conversation about thinking about that. We just
food's not something we
eat
talk
very-
about a lot anymore, unless it's like, this is so good.
Yeah. I don't think that was a healthy spot for me to be in.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can ever go back to any kind of restrictive diet like
Yeah.
that. Just because, I don't think I can tolerate it.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, like, I get emails and messages every single day of people being like, I don't feel good, but I feel guilty. And, you know, I can't tell you what to eat. But at the same time, like, you have to look after yourself first, and you have to be doing what's right for your body. No one else can tell you what that is. So
Yeah, just let go of the guilt.
let go of the guilt, go to a doctor. Just do what's right for you and get better, because it's so much harder to come back from a bad health situation if you keep perpetuating it like that.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
What about, do either of you have habits that annoy each other? Last night you forgot to turn the dishwasher on. I hate it when you do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Wait, did I? Oh my God, I think I did.
Because then I go to
So
open it in
sorry.
the morning and it's not clean.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. That's not a big deal.
Oh, I thought I put it on. What were my movements last night?
It had the powder in it. You just didn't press start.
How the fuck did I not press start? Oh shit, that's so annoying.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry
okay.
about that.
And I
mean
leave the
to.
garage light on.
Oh, I just have a thing about lights being left on.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
It's not really, you don't really have a lot of habits that annoy me. I think sometimes the control freak in you can come out, and I'm like, bro, settle down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah, but it's not. Okay, someone says here how to prevent self-doubt, and I just want to look, this is a very big topic, but I just want to quickly say that I was listening to this podcast the other day that was talking about how we have a negative bias, and that your brain automatically sees things in a more negative light, and it generally takes about 4 or 5 positive counteractions to one negative thing for our brain to be able to turn it around. So just know that you have a negative bias, and you have to work really hard at being self-compassionate, because self-doubt is like kind of the easier innate option in our brain, which is really inconvenient.
It's just interesting to know that scientists know that you're naturally going to pick up on the negative things and like run with that more than you all the positives.
So
it's
just know,
weird.
like, your brain, how your brain sees things is not actually reality. It's like how you're seeing it. You know what I mean? Someone else would be seeing it differently. So just know that self-doubt and, like, you know, putting yourself down and stuff is really natural a lot of the time, but you need to counteract that, and you need to be actively working on counteracting that, checking your self-talk, and, you know, that helps with then not doubting yourself and, like, having more confidence and, like, being compassionate. And also, like, confidence, just, you can be the same and be confident or not confident. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to change.
That's true.
To then all of a sudden have self-worth. Like, you are worthy. You are inherently worthy just as you are. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can really start enjoying life, because, like, I feel like that comes with age as well. Like, all of
that's
a sudden
true. You just
understanding
realize
your
that all
worthiness.
these things that you've spent so much time
Caring
being hung
about,
up on, it's just like,
doesn't
oh, they're
matter.
still there.
Yes.
Probably won't change,
Yes.
but also are just so irrelevant to my happiness.
So
like,
irrelevant to your
it's just,
happiness.
and then you look back and you're just like, it's just one of those things that I just feel like, adults will tell you
Yeah.
when you're a kid or
Yeah.
when you're a teenager, or let you
That you'll figure that out.
like, you know, you don't have to worry about this and that, and it all doesn't matter, and like, you know, just be confident, just be happy. But like, you can't know until you experience for yourself, like getting to a point where you're just like, oh, it actually doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, you don't know what you don't know.
That's not to say that we both don't have insecurities,
No.
because like
You're always
absolutely we do.
But that's what-
But it's being aware of like trying to push through them,
Yeah.
and the reality of what that insecurity is, like, rather than just like drowning in your insecurity, like
Yes.
objectively, like taking a step back and going, what is this insecurity, and
Yeah.
do I need to be listening to it
Yeah.
to live a happier life, or like can I just ignore it?
Yes, like, does
You
it
know?
actually matter? Where is it stemming from? Like,
Yeah.
trying to understand yourself.
Yeah.
I guess, like, trying to understand yourself as well. Like, all of that leads to having a more secure relationship with yourself, and which comes back down to also therapy.
Yes.
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy.
If you could bring back one Harry Potter character, what would it be? Who would it be?
What do you mean bring back?
As
Like a
in
dead
what-
one?
Yeah, like a dead one. Mine
I would have to be Sirius Black.
Yeah.
Sirius Black.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, it would be pretty lit to just know that Dumbledore hasn't died.
Yeah.
But like, I think that
But
I
it's
think a
like
lot
the
of people's answer would be Sirius.
Yeah, well, Dumbledore's death was a sacrifice that was necessary.
That's
I don't
true.
see how we could have made it past beating Voldemort with
That's true.
Dumbledore still being alive.
That's
'cause
true.
It's very important, but Sirius
It's a bit heartbreaking.
didn't need to go.
Yeah, yeah.
And Harry needed him.
It's true.
I would
It's
bring back
true.
Sirius for sure. How did you and Em become such close friends, and do you both agree with everything?
No. We definitely don't agree with everything.
No, of course not.
And if you agree with everything, well, I just think that that's kind of problematic. One of you's probably lying about your opinion.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we agree on a lot of things, but I think the key to becoming close with someone, and I've said this before, but we'll say it again because you guys always ask about how to get close friendships and stuff, and I think it is just comes down to vulnerability,
Yeah.
communication,
Yeah.
and self-awareness.
Yeah. And obviously it helps that we have a lot in common.
Yes, yeah.
But that's,
But
I
we've
think,
built
what's-
on that.
We've built on that. That's
you know,
true.
like paying attention to your friends' interests, and then, you know, taking time to understand them.
Yeah.
Is how you understand a friend, and
Yeah.
then, you know, understanding, you know, what I've also really realized is you can have an idea in your head about how someone might be feeling based on how they're acting, but that can be completely wrong.
Yeah.
And you need to listen to what your friends are saying and actually believe them,
Yeah.
to understand them. Because, you know, you might think based on how you behave, that if they behave a certain way, that means something else.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that. So I think taking the time to really understand your friends, I say being self-aware because sometimes you can be being really shit and you don't know, if you don't know why you're being shit, then that will make for shit friendships.
Yeah.
And yeah.
If you don't know why you're being shit, you're being shit to your friends.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah. So those three things.
Yeah.
If you don't know what those three things mean, go and learn what they mean and then be a better friend.
Great Netflix special.
Watch Brene Brown's Netflix special. Stop that.
Oh my god.
Banana boat.
I was gonna. That's what it reminds me of. Oh, so funny.
Anyway, we've ranted on enough. I hope you guys
Yes.
enjoyed this Q&A. Hopefully we gave you a little bit of tea. See you guys in another video soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
I hope you enjoyed camping with us even though it was a bit
Oh, yeah. Such a fail. Oh my god.
Okay, bye.